today, and we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration.
Yes.
From the farewell party to the savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zios, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.
Yo, what's going on everyone? Can you all hear me all okay? Just making sure everything's up and running smoothly. Shout out to you guys in the YouTube chat, Soul Equipped, thank you for joining us, brother. Everyone let me know if you can hear me on all platforms. For some reason I couldn't get like the Rumble chat and the Kick chat up here, so I'm gonna have to just monitor it this way, I guess. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me all alright anyway. Yes, I can see you, Soul Equipped. Thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. What country are you guys watching the video from? I know this is a bit of a random stream. I didn't announce it or anything, so I'm not expecting there to be a lot of viewers here. But we're gonna see what happens anyway. So thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to you, DA Pidge. Thank you for joining us, brother. Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, we've got a lot of guys on YouTube in the chat, which is great. Thank you guys, thank you. Did you guys watch the last video I done? The one that I posted yesterday? It had a few special guests in it. England, Manchester, nice, brother. I'd love to visit Manchester one day and do a video up them ways. Yeah, so yeah, yesterday I done a video about Iran and the war between Iran, Israel and America. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. For some reason I've noticed when I do a video about something important like that, where it's got a lot of information in it, for some reason they don't get as much views. People like to see like the crazy stuff, I guess. They like the Indian videos, the Jewish videos, things like that, the racist protests. So I'm not too sure. We've got someone from Brighton. Shout out to you, brother, and South Wales. Yeah, so mainly British people in the chat tonight. Iran is truly fighting a satanic alliance. I completely agree with you, brother. I completely agree with you. It's sad that a lot of people in the world don't seem to see this. I mean, Israel have been bombing Gaza for like what, nearly 3 years, and that's forgetting about all the stuff that happened before October 7th. But they've been bombing them for many years already. They've been creating terror attacks all around the world, and for some reason people seem to think Iran's the bad guys. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Yeah, we did meet Loki. We met Loki at the Five Pillars Iftar event. It was a great event. We got to speak to some good people there. Yeah, it was a good interview, man. I'd love to do a full interview with him one time. He's a very smart man. He's been in this game for a very long time as well, so I knew you guys would like to see him. Yeah, I'm just double checking if oh yeah, by the way guys, if you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure you all go subscribe to my Kick and my Rumble after, because you know I haven't got a lot of followers over there, and you know, God forbid something happened to my YouTube channel, that would be where I have to post the videos afterwards. So make sure you guys do that afterwards. Thank you, DA Pidge. It's Israel versus the world. They prophesize it. Yeah, they do. They completely do. But yeah, I'm gonna start loading up some news that we're gonna go over today. Anyway, there's been a lot going on. I guess you guys have probably been, you guys probably know about, you know, the war that's broken out. But for those of you that don't know, I'll quickly go over it. I'm sure you all do, but basically, a few days ago, President Trump announced that he was going to strike Iran for pretty much no reason. We all know that it's for the benefit of Israel. It's to cover up the Jeffrey Epstein files. There's a lot of, you know, underlying agendas, should I say. That's the reason that war started. But yeah, they targeted Iran. They killed Khamenei. They murdered him in cold blood, along with his entire family, may I add. And you know, whether you like Khamenei or not, that's a blatant war crime. I mean, he's literally just, for no reason, just decided that he doesn't like your country and he's just going to murder one of your supreme leaders. I mean, No other country in the world would get away with that apart from America. It's crazy to me how no one's done anything about this, to be honest. But yeah, yesterday I saw a Jew debating with the ATM machine. But yeah, what was I going to say? So yeah, the war started by Iran got bombed by America and Israel. They killed the supreme leader. Then shortly after, Iran has been on a non-stop revenge spree. They've bombed, was it like over 8 countries now? 9 countries? All to do with obviously Israel and America, not for no reason of course, but they bombed the UAE, they bombed Israel, they bombed Qatar, they bombed Kuwait, they bombed Oman, I'm pretty sure. They bombed everybody, They're showing the world that they're not playing games, they're not afraid of this bully of an American empire. So yeah, shout out to them guys, shout out to Iran. And yeah, I completely agree with you guys. Like, if America did this to Western countries, everyone would be like international law. Exactly that. Imagine if Russia was doing this. Imagine if Russia just decided, oh, we're gonna bomb the United Kingdom because they're linked up with because we don't like their leader. Imagine if they said, yeah, we're gonna bomb the United Kingdom. We're just gonna bomb France. There'd be nukes going over to Russia within minutes. There'd be nukes. It's crazy how, you know, they pick and choose who's allowed to do what in this world. Yeah, so it's all been to cover up Epstein. I completely agree. So yeah, we're going to get onto the news now. Let me try and get the screen share. I haven't done this for a while, guys. I haven't done a stream for ages. Last time I done a stream was with Ryan Dawson. And before that was about 4 or 5 months ago now. And then before that, I hadn't done one for like about a year. So all of the setup that I was using looks very different now. I did order a soundboard as well. It's meant to be coming today, so hopefully that turns up. And I'm looking for moderators, man. Jazz, you're in the chat. I was trying to ask you if you wanted to be a moderator. I saw you, you've been following the page for a long time, so it's only right I ask someone that has been. But if any of you guys want to be a moderator, we're going to need you because we're going to be doing some daily streams, so we need someone to keep all these Zionist rats out of the chat. Let me just double check everything's working fine before I start pulling up some videos. Nice, we've got 34 of us in there already. That's great. I'm happy with that, man. 34 people on an unannounced stream. I'm happy with that. I was worried that while doing the stream at this time that maybe not a lot of people would turn up because it was unannounced, but that's good to hear. Just going to quickly read your messages before I move on. So the reason no one did this previously is because of the fallout we're seeing now, where the next few months will worsen. Yeah, I do agree that it could unfortunately worsen. I mean, the Strait of Hormuz, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but that's been closed. We're going to get into that in a minute. Jazz, all you'd have to do is I'd like do something where, look, I'm going to do it now on my phone. I'll make you a moderator and then you can just remove people. We will have free speech in the chat, like we will let the Zionists come in, but obviously if they start going too far and annoying everyone, then we'll get rid of them. But let me just add you as a moderator quickly. There you go, you should be one now. So yeah, thank you everyone. Let's get into it. So where do we start? So I suppose we will start with, oh yeah, so guys, did you see that Hezbollah have now dragged themselves into the war as well? I mean, for those of you that don't know, Hezbollah was involved in a, oh, what's that? Super chat, shout out to you. Hi, Hoz, what's up, brother? Thank you so much, man. I just realised who it is. Thank you, Hoz. I appreciate that so much. First super chat, appreciate you, brother. But yeah, what was I saying? So, for those of you that might remember, Hezbollah was engaged in a very long war with Israel. It was going on for a long time, pretty much since the Gaza genocide started, and then it quieted down for a bit. A ceasefire was announced, but you guys know Israel, the death and destruction carried on anyway. But not as bad as it was sort of going, you know. But since all of this stuff with Iran's kicked back off, Hezbollah has announced that they are back involved in the war. And just this morning, Hezbollah actually announced they targeted another tank in southern Lebanon. So, you know, shout out to those guys. Not putting up with this Zionist nonsense. Oh yeah, Jazz, I see you got the admin now. W Jazz, everyone W Jazz in the chat. But yeah, so anyway, after we saw this is quite out of like, sorry, it's a bit muddled up, guys, all this stuff. I mean, there's just been so much stuff going on that some things might have happened like before and after each other, and I might get the wrong way around, but I'm just trying to put it into like country orders and see like what's been going on really over the last 24 hours, that is, anyway. So yeah, A lot of you guys might have seen the videos coming out of Dubai recently. There was loads of videos coming out of Dubai. I mean, Iran was pretty much giving these guys hell. The first country to say, you know what, we're sick of this bullshit that's going on in the UAE. We're sick of Dubai. So they started sending loads of drone strikes and missiles and everything like that over there. Most of it was intercepted, to be honest with you, but a lot of debris fell down and destroyed buildings, etc. in the UAE. They did target military bases, of course. They didn't target any civilians like Israel would have done. But it seems that Dubai, they're not trying to admit to a lot of their losses for some reason. But Bloomberg LP reported that Amazon said 2 facilities of its cloud computing unit in the United Arab Emirates were targeted by Iranian drones. So, I mean, Dubai is a country that thrives off of business, it thrives off of money, and when things like this are happening, it's going to damage the reputation of Dubai. Dubai has always been sold to the people as this, like, safe haven that won't ever, there's no trouble in Dubai, no one's going to break the law around there, no taxes, that sort of thing. But when things like this happen, it's going to make investors start to steer clear of Dubai, in my opinion. Not to say that their laws aren't good, and it does stop the crime, that is all true, but when things like this happen, when you're in the middle of a war zone, literally, it's going to naturally scare tourists and investors away. Dubai, hope that Dubai chocolate is safe. I'm sure it will be safe. Oh, we got another subscriber. I just heard that. Thank you, whoever subscribed to me. I don't know what alerts I got on, so this could get much if people are just following and nothing's coming up. But yeah, I think Dubai's chocolate will be safe. They still sell it in my corner shop, and I'm sure you lot can still get around the world. Iran is not attacking the Muslim countries, they're attacking the American bases and American infrastructure, and that's a solid point, Soulquip. That's exactly what they're doing. They're attacking bases that are owned by America, and of course when it comes to a city like Dubai, things like interceptions happen and debris will end up falling off. That's why there was a video, I'm not sure if you guys saw it, let me try to pull it up quickly. There was a video of basically, despite like all the chaos going on in Dubai, there was like a mosque still open in Dubai, and there was people praying at the mosque. So it shows that Iran do not intentionally target places of worship like Israel do. Let me find it. It's only a short video, 2 seconds. Just reading the chat as well. I did see the UK is entering. Yeah, I did. I mean, our government is honestly pathetic. Dubai Mosque. Who shared the video? If I can't find it, then I'll just leave it. It's only like a 12-second video anyway. No, this person shared it. Alright, here it is. I shared it myself. So let me go if you guys can hear the sound as well when it comes on. I think did you hear the sound of the intro? I'm sure I think you did. Thank you, Halistar. Appreciate you, bro. Got quite a lot of people tuned in tonight. Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it, especially on a random stream like this. Yeah, I'm not trying to get drafted into the UK either, man. I'd rather get killed by the soldiers than go die for Israel. I'd literally rather say shoot me on the spot than go ever die for Israel. But yeah, this is the video. Despite recent strikes in Dubai, mosques are full and the people are still united. So that's the thing. You can see that the Iranians obviously aren't out here targeting places of worship for no reason. Can you guys hear that as well, by the way? Is it too loud? Is it good? Let me know. So yeah, just some basic videos, but it just shows that Muslims are still able to go about and pray in Dubai. So shout out to Iran, I guess, for not acting like Zionist terrorists. Yeah, you can all hear great. So anyway, yeah, some more footage from Dubai last night. These are some more scenes that we were seeing come out. A lot of attacks going on around the area. My headphones are so quiet, so I don't even know if you guys can hear this, but for me it sounds so quiet.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. शमशेर भाई इधर आ जाओ इस साइड में आ जाओ.
So yeah, some damage done to Dubai. You feel bad for Iran? Yeah, I mean, they're strong people though, you know. Like, obviously it's sad what happened to Khamenei, but you got to look at the plus side. He lived a very long life. A lot of other people's lives have been cut short, like a lot shorter than that. Some people don't even like naturally live to that age. I think he was like 86, was he? Khamenei? When he died? Let me double check. Pretty sure he was like 86, because I already looked this up. So that's the only, and this is how he would want to go out, you know. This is how he wanted to go out. Supreme leader of Iran. Iran, sorry. I cannot spell today. So yeah, so he was born on the 19th of April 1939. So how old is that? My maths is not good. 60, yeah, like 86. He was like 86 years old. Oh, you guys can even see that. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah, he was 86 years old. He was back in 1939. So I suppose you can think that he lived the life he wanted to live, you know. He lived a good life. And this is how he'd want to go out, fighting the Zionist terrorists. Yeah. So yeah, also from this morning, this is about 8 hours ago, Iran attacked Fujairah in the UAE. Is that how you say it? Fujairah? So you can see the big clouds of smoke. This is obviously like the aftermath of it. Yeah. And also, it's an interesting one. So Israel has been striking targets in Dubai and telling the UAE that it was Iran. I mean, that's textbook Israeli terrorism. That's why I quoted it at textbook Israeli terrorism. I mean, look at this, guys. This is like play the victim, like all this shit that they do. Look at this.
Guys, this is Dubai World. It's literally a port, a seaport. Which means if you're seeing rockets fly over your head and hitting this port, it did not come from Iran, because Iran is there. We won't see any rockets flying over our head unless we're in a ship. The rockets you've seen came from the opposite direction, and everyone witnessed it. No more lies, motherfuckers.
So how crazy is that, guys? How crazy is that? Israel are doing secret attacks on Dubai and then blaming it on Iran. Do you know why that is? They want the whole world to go, oh look, Iran, they're terrorists, they're just hitting random buildings in Dubai for no reason. But really and truly, it's actually Zionists doing it. It's Israel doing it. Israel are literally bombing random places in Dubai. Because in the video you can see it's coming from the other direction. That's not where Iran is. That's not where Iran is on the map. So, I don't know. Why do you think they're doing that, guys? Why do you think they're doing that? Personally, I think it's, yeah, it's just to make everyone hate Dubai. Not hate Dubai, it's to make everyone hate Iran. Say, oh, look at these terrorists, man. They're crazy. They're bombing Iran for no reason. Just, it's disgusting, honestly. It's disgusting. Yeah, we do need to stop sending money to Ukraine and Israel and weapons. Stop sending it all. Stop the wars around the world. What's wrong with these people? And then the UAE Minister of State for International Cooperation called for the de-escalation while emphasising the country's right to self-defence. So basically the UAE have said that they want to de-escalate the situation, but they do have a right to self-defence. Do we think that the UAE will actually do anything, guys? I don't know. I don't know. I hope not, because it's just going to make the war bigger. But I don't know. You never know. And of course, the Emirati officials said that they reserve the right to respond as the UAE weighs military action against Iran. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. What do you guys think about all the Dubai stuff? Did you expect Dubai to start getting hit in the middle of all this? Because to be honest with you, I didn't. I thought Dubai was going to be one of those places that would never get involved in a war, but nothing can really surprise us in the age of 2026, I guess. Just going to have a quick look at the chat. Oh yeah, I need to check my Kick chat as well, my Rumble chat. Please guys, I have to urge you again, yeah? Please do subscribe to me on Rumble and Kick for backup reasons, for emergency purposes, just in case, you know, God forbid something ever happens to this channel. I want you guys to all be still following me, because, you know, I have literally like not even 200 followers on Rumble right now, and I've got over 20k of you on YouTube, so it'd be great even if the people in this group now, 60 of you, could just go to Rumble and just drop me a follow there, and drop me a follow on Kick if you have whatever one you use. Thoughts on Russia and China? They're not doing nothing. I mean, my thoughts on Russia and China is, see, the thing is with Russia and China, they've both had their leaders in place for over 20 years, you know, President Xi and President Putin. And the reason that they've been in charge of their countries for so many years is because the people love them, because they make strategic decisions. They don't just rush into anything. They don't want to rush into a world war. Look at President Trump. He's a war genocidal maniac. He's going to end up dragging us all into a big world war. And that's why he's not going to win the next elections. That's why nobody's going to vote for him, because the majority of the people that did vote for him were brainwashed by him and thought that this, you know, he weren't going to start no war with Iran. He weren't going to start any more, you know, he was going to stop the genocide in Palestine. So when the next election comes around, I don't think he's going to be voted in. But this is the reason that Putin and Xi consistently win in the elections, is because they're true to their people. Like, for example, I like to compare it to Keir Starmer. Do you think if Keir Starmer walked out in the street, he would get a good response from his people? No. Everyone would be calling him a wanker. Everyone would probably be throwing things at him. When you see Putin and Xi go out in the streets, they're getting complete love and appreciation from all their people, because they stand up for their country. They you know, that's one thing you can't take away from them. Love them or hate them, they do put their country first. That's what they do. So when it comes to the war with Iran, for now, this is my personal opinion anyway, I might be wrong, but I personally think, shout out to you for subscribing, sorry. I personally think that they won't get involved because they don't want to drag up the whole world into a world war, because they know it's going to also damage their country. So I think that's personally why they're not going to get involved. Of course, Putin's got the stuff going on with Ukraine as well, so his hands are kind of tied up. And China haven't been in a war for, what is it, over 100 years? So do I think they're going to get into a war over this? No, I don't. I honestly don't think it's going to happen. That's my personal opinion. I mean, maybe you guys think differently, but yeah. Yeah, I know they will try. They will try and shut us down for sharing the truth. Thank you, Amar DX. You're on Kick. I can see your messages now. I'm happy to see you here, brother. We've got somebody who's gone over to Kick. Yeah, guys, if you can, go to Kick and Rumble. You don't have to watch it there if you don't want to now. Just follow me there, just in case, you know. Yeah, Trump said he would release the Epstein files, and he said no more wars. Exactly. When Trump got elected, what was his #1 campaign promise? One of the #1 campaign promises he said was no more wars. No more wars. That's what he said. That's why everyone voted for him. He said, I'm going to be the president of peace. I'm going to be the president of peace. You know what I mean? But what happened? He's gone back on his word. He's betrayed his supporters. So I don't see him getting re-elected. Personally, I don't. And the only people that are going to vote for him are Zionists, you know, supporters of Israel, or maybe supporters of Ukraine. Yeah. Is that the Arctic Nova? Got the same headset? To be honest, brother, I don't have a clue. Maybe you know. This headset. This is my headset. I don't know what it is. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the support. It's great to do a live stream and you're all so active. When I first used to do my live streams on my old account, I got banned. I didn't used to get a lot of people in there. But anyway, moving on to America, with stuff that's going on American side of the waters. So,
engaged on behalf of
let's look at this.
American national security objectives to make the United States safer.
What's going on here? Sorry guys, just not let me pause it. You don't think it's Iran versus what? It's Iran versus USA. Well, it kind of is, yeah, I guess, but it's Iran versus Israel and the USA, and then it's Iran versus Israel, the USA, and all of the American military bases that are in all around the world. So that's why I did name the video Iran versus the world. But yeah, Tucker Carlson, he came out and he said, why did this happen? Now in this case, there's a really simple answer. This happened because Israel wanted it to happen. This is Israel's war. This is not the United States' war. This war is not being waged on behalf of American national security objectives to make the United States safer or richer. And he does hit a spot on there. I mean, there's some things with Tucker Carlson that I do disagree with, but this is one of the things he's got bang on. Let's play the video.
First, why did this happen? Now, in this case, there's a really simple answer. This happened because Israel wanted it to happen. This is Israel's war. This is not the United States' war. This war is not being waged on behalf of American national security objectives to make the United States safer or richer. This war is not actually even about weapons of mass destruction, nukes, chem bio. No, this war is waged purely because Israel wanted it to be waged. Now, why say that out loud this early in the conflict? Isn't that dispiriting for, say, American troops fighting this war? Yes, it is. First.
So yeah, it's true. Why is America always fighting Israel's wars? I mean, I'm not American, but I feel like the British government's always fighting Israel's wars as well. Ah, another super chat. Thank you. Refusing to look away. You're a G. Thank you so much, brother. This stuff really does help me going, guys. You know, one time I'd like to be able to quit my full-time job and do this full-time. That would be the dream for me. But unfortunately, I have bills to pay. So all of this stuff is helping go towards that dream coming. So thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, why is all the Americans and the British always fighting on behalf of Israel? I don't know. I think that personally they must have some serious dirt on them. Epstein must have had some serious dirt on these people for them to be constantly doing this. This next video is from Tucker, just a quick 15 seconds. Tucker said that 3 Americans died for Netanyahu in a war that nobody wants in a war designed to hurt the United States. So yeah, basically no one wants this war, but American soldiers are dying for Israel.
3 Americans just died for Bibi in a war that nobody wants, in a war designed to hurt the United States, and that's cost-free? And it's a lot more than 3. And I say that with real sadness.
Yeah, just a quick 15 seconds there, basically goes on what we're saying. And then the California governor said, why are bombs and Israel's bombs used to kill children, young girls at school? That's a great question. That's a great question. Why are they used for that? I mean, they've been doing it to the Palestinians as well for God knows how many years. Let's play the video.
We have to reconcile why our bombs were used, or Israeli bombs were used, to kill children, young girls at a school, and what the imminent threat was. It hasn't been described.
Yeah, I mean, sums up there. Rubio admitted that the USA attacked because Israel was going to attack first, a desperate lie that tried to get USA public to blame Israel, not Trump. Exactly, it's both of them. Everyone knows that. It's a joint partnership. If anything, Israel's the king here to America's the little bitch, you know. Trump's Netanyahu's bitch. That's what's going on. And then a few hours ago, this is from the Wall Street Journal, so take it how you wish, but Trump is reportedly considering support for armed groups opposing the Iranian government, including Kurdish factions. No final decisions have been made regarding the provision of weapons or intelligence. So Trump is already considering putting a new Iranian government in place, or supporting armed groups to put an Iranian government in place. So basically he's going to put his own Iranian government in place. And personally, oh sorry, that's my soundboard. Give me 2 seconds and I'll get into it. Sorry guys, my soundboard just turned up. Let's just quickly give it open. Give it an open. We're gonna get this selection loaded for the next stream so we can get some cool sounds. Nice. Got a little soundboard for the future streams. Anyway, what was he saying? Just having a look at the chat. Yeah, so what was we saying? Oh yeah, of course. So Trump is, considering putting a new government in place basically in Iran. Same thing that happened to Syria recently. I'm sure you guys know what happened in Syria. The ex-ISIS members took over. Al-Jilani is now in charge of the country, and the reason they wanted Al-Jilani in place is because he bends over better for the Americans. I mean, you don't have to like Assad, but when Assad was in charge, Trump and the Americans didn't have a control over Syria. So that gave them an extra piece to control in the Middle East. And then you've got also with the Ukraine war, what was going on between Russia and Ukraine. They put Zelensky in charge because he bows down to Americans, of course. And now, what's happened? The same thing with Iran. Iran's supreme leaders died. Pretty much all of the like OGs, you might want to call them, of Iran, all the ex-leaders like President Raisi, etc., have all been killed as well. And Trump and the Americans are slowly trying to push out the whole government, so then someone that bows down to the Americans can be in place, which not only benefits America, but it will benefit Israel. That's the main reason. We all know that. How many nations are left without a tiny hat bank? I'm not too sure. This will make the country 10 times worse. Yeah, of course, with this closure of the Strait of Hormuz, is that how you say it, Hormuz? That is definitely something dangerous. Let's see if we can get that put up now, actually, while we're on the topic. So, let's talk about this. Thank you, Avon. Appreciate that. So yeah, an advisor to Iran's Revolutionary Guard says the Strait of Hormuz has been closed and any ship trying to pass could be targeted. And the Strait of Hormuz is a very important piece of this world. For those of you that don't know, this is a short 1-minute video that kind of explains. So this video was made before it was actually closed, and now it's been closed. So this is going to sort of show how it's going to play out if it continues to be closed, and how it's going to affect the entire world, really. Let's play the video.
Iran doesn't need a nuclear bomb. Its geography is already a weapon. If the Strait of Hormuz is shut down and pressure hits Bab el-Mandeb, the global economy feels it instantly. These aren't just waterways, they're global economic choke points. Hormuz is only 21 miles wide, yet nearly 30% of the world's oil passes through it. Around 20 million barrels per day, plus LNG supplies that power Europe. That means fuel for cars, flights, factories, everything. Dense tanker traffic turns ships into easy targets for missiles and drones. History proves it. In the 1980s tanker war, and again in 2019, even limited attacks sent oil prices soaring. Now the second pressure point, Bab el-Mandeb. It controls access to the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. Nearly 30% of global container trade passes through it. In 2023, attacks cut shipping traffic by almost 70%, forcing reroutes around Africa. Weeks of delay, massive costs. Now imagine both closing together. Oil prices explode, inflation surges, global trade slows. That is Iran's real leverage. If Iran is attacked, the consequences won't stay regional, they will be global. Iran does.
So yeah, crazy. Don't fuck with Iran. I mean, you've got the world superpowers. The world superpowers are Russia, China, America. They're like the top 3 big dogs, you know, they're the top 3 in charge. But Iran, if you want to go to like, you know, like say if there's a table and America, Israel and China are at the top, Iran is definitely under like the second category of, you know, power. They're definitely probably the most powerful country in the Middle East, I would say. And yeah, this is the damage that they're going to do now. For, I mean, who started it? That's what they said, isn't it? Remember who started this war? It wasn't them. Yeah, this war does potentially have the possibility of becoming world ending, but in my opinion, it depends how many other countries get into it. You know, it depends if like, you know, bigger players come in like Russia and China. But yeah, so yeah, for those of you that didn't see my videos, I've got a couple clips from the last video we done. I was lucky enough to have the chance to speak to some pretty great people. A lot of people that actually have a lot more knowledge on the current affairs going on than I do. So I had the chance to speak with Loki and Dilly Hussein of 5 Pillars, and I was asking them what they thought about the recent developments between America, Israel and the US. I'm just going to play their 2 clips now, and you know, let you guys watch them, because I'm not sure if all you guys did see the videos. So yeah, this is the one with Loki. Loki makes some great points here. Take a listen.
What's your thoughts about the recent escalation between Israel, Iran and America?
So what we have seen very clearly is an underestimation of Iran's foresight and strategic thinking. It has been spending literally 5 decades building up its its indigenous ability to respond and resist and defend itself against the United States and Israel. It has produced ballistic missiles under the ground.
By the way, what's the sound like for this, guys? Is it really quiet? Because for me it's so quiet, but I know that these headphones are a bit dodgy on my computer for some reason, so let me know if it's too quiet.
Without any use of US technology, it is able to use GLONASS and BeiDou, which are Chinese and Russian satellite technology, in order to target US bases in the region. That's unprecedented. You've never seen a state in the world strike as many US bases in one day, and Iran is doing it consistently. The question is going to have to be for the United States and for Israel is how long can they deal with the consequences of alienating their Gulf allies, because ultimately the cost of all of this is going to become more and more dear the longer it goes on. Trump's perspective generally is to avoid protracted military campaigns. With Iran, he has the complete opposite of that. He has a war of attrition, which Iran will win. Iran wins by surviving as long as possible. And with the method of warfare that Iran has developed, it's really making history. And people across the global south are looking on and seeing how they can, in isolation, build up the means to defend themselves. So it's an incredible situation, to be honest.
And yeah, it is incredible, guys. Do you not agree with Loki there? It's amazing. It's amazing because, oh, wrong screen. The whole world, for some reason, underestimated Iran a lot. I think they all underestimated Iran, especially President Trump. He thought, yeah, this is going to be an easy job. We're going to go in, we're going to do a snaky attack, which is what they done to Khamenei. They bombed his entire family at their home. But yeah, we're going to do this like snaky attack. We're going to wipe out the supreme leader, and then Iran's just going to raise their flags and we're going to take over. But no, that wasn't the case, was it, Trump? That was not the case. Iran are going out like legends. If they do go out, they're going out like legends. They're not giving up by the looks of things. And yeah, the technology has all been underestimated. Everything about Iran has been underestimated. They're causing serious damage to America and Israel. The amount of military bases that they managed to wipe out that quickly is absolutely incredible. It is incredible. You'd never think that you'd see something like that happen to America. I don't think anyone's ever done anything that crazy, especially in that short amount of time period. It's amazing. Thank you, Mamad Ziko. Thank you, brother. Also, guys, do you know, I'm not sure if you guys know about the streams more than I do, because I'm like a complete amateur to this, but how do I get like where the super chat will read out your messages? I don't know how to do it. Someone needs to teach me this stuff. That's why I need admins and moderators, guys. That's why I need you guys, because I don't have a clue. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that, brother. I do appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I'd love to get Loki on a proper stream too. I'd love that. We can maybe set something up one day. Yeah, let's go to the next one, which was with Dilly Hussein of 5 Pillars. I've actually got an interview dropping with him. It's already recorded. It will be coming out soon. I'll double check the exact date, but it will be coming out soon. Let's get this video up. This is Dilly's answer to my question.
What's your thoughts about the recent escalations between Israel, Iran and...
Wait 1 second. eWeb text, I can help, bro. Yeah, I just need someone. Yeah, I don't particularly need a moderator. I know I've got Jazz doing it. I've got Bedouinko, who's not here today. He might be here later. And I've got another person in there doing it, I'm pretty sure. So I've got about 3 moderators now. So I need a moderator for Kick and all that stuff when that's set up. But I just need to know how I can get the super chats read out. Like, I'm clueless. If you know how to do that, that'd be great. Yeah, let me play the video.
What's your thoughts about the recent escalations between Israel, Iran and America?
Well, it's a madness. We know that it was looming. I would have been surprised if the Trump administration decided not to escalate the issue. I also think that the Epstein files and the revelations there is very much interlinked with what's happening geopolitically. Look, America has gone to war with Iran at the behest of Israel. Let's make no mistake about that. That's not to say that America itself does not benefit from the current escalation, but ultimately it's been Israel that's been proposing it full on. And we've seen it on X, we've seen it offline. They want regime change because a regime change in Iran would ultimately make Israel stronger.
Yeah, I agree with you. And do you think that we're heading towards like a big global conflict, like a World War III, or do you think it will just stay in like the Middle East?
I think it'll stay in the Middle East, Josh, because to have a world war, you need competing powers. So I can't see anyone at this present moment in time taking on the kind of Pax Americana, Pax Judaica. For there to be a world war, or us to be heading towards that way, we need other nuclear powers to be kind of threatening the American hegemony in the region. I don't see that happening. Maybe over Ukraine it could have happened. Maybe when the NATO alliance was weakening over Ukraine, it could have happened. But at this present moment in time in the Middle East and the Muslim majority world, pretty much everyone's standing on business in terms of toeing the American line. Which, at least from an Islamic Muslim perspective, that's bad for us. It's bad for us because we don't want Middle Eastern Muslim countries to basically be dancing to the tune of Israel and America. They need autonomy. They need to be independent. They need to be able to make their own foreign policy decisions without having to always pander to American interests.
Yeah, so I pretty much agree with Dilly on that one the most out of everyone I spoke to. I do think it will take bigger players to come into this before it proper kicks off. We need a war against mods. See what you guys hate. You guys hate mods. I hired good mods though. I've got Jazz. She's been watching the channel for ages. I've always seen her in the comments. That's how I pick mods. I don't just pick like a random person that says let me be mod. I do pick people that I've seen like in the comments a lot and watching my videos for quite a while. Same as Bedouinka, that's why I hired him. Obviously, yeah, I wouldn't. You need to pull up this individual comments, i.e. super chats. Thank you, Jazz. That's why we've got you as a mod. You need to pull up. Yeah, I don't understand that. I honestly don't have a clue how to do it. The only reason we get mods, guys, is for stuff like this, by the way, like super chats, just keeping the chat going, all that stuff. Not for like censorship or anything. So yeah, some more footage of Iran. Iran released footage showing IRGS naval forces shooting down and destroying a Hermes drone number 21 in Bushehr. Let's watch this video. You see what I mean? You can't beat the Iranians. You can't beat them. I think Trump and that didn't realise what they've signed themselves up for. I don't think we got sound on this, but you can just watch. Thank you, Elsa. Respect the mods, of course. Respect the mods. Oh, don't smoke on stream. Sorry, I did not know that. Thank you. Thank you, brother. I've got a bad vaping addiction. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, yeah, and recently I switched over to vapes because it's costing a lot of money, the cigarettes, and the vapes, cigarettes have got a bad smell to them and that sort of thing, and they seem to be worse for you. I know vaping's bad as well, but World War III buzzing. Yeah. So yeah, that's a little video of drones getting destroyed by Iran. And Cyprus has requested that Cyprus has requested for the UK to stop using Akrotiri and Dekelia as launch pads for military actions in Iran against Iran. Instead, they're preferring their use to be limited to a humanitarian role. And yeah, Cyprus just knows that they don't want no smoke with Iran, They say stop using our military bases for war. If you want to send some humanitarian aid, that's fine, but stop with all this. Stop with all this nonsense. Yeah, I know vapes, guys. I will stop the vapes soon, don't worry. And Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan said that within the Iranian public there are currently no signs of unrest on a scale that would lead to a regime change. And that's true. I think that's true. I think let me go to the big screen. I think personally that Donald Trump, when he started these attacks on Iran, I mean, we saw a few weeks before, didn't we? We saw the protests taking place in Iran. And basically what happened with that was, at first there was probably a few people that didn't like the government. Of course, there's always people that don't like the government no matter what country you go to. So I think the protests were legit at first, and then what happened is Mossad and CIA got involved and started fueling these protests. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it in past protests. Like, let's look back at the Black Lives Matter protests. I mean, they started off legit at first, and then they got infiltrated, and then same thing happened in Iran. They put these bad faith actors in there. They will start causing, destruction, basically just making things worse. And so after all of the protests, I mean, we saw like counter protests of like over 1 million people coming out to support the government in Iran. So then that failed. So then they thought, cool, let's just start a war. Let's just start bombing Iran, and then we'll cause a civil war that way. But they've murdered Khamenei, the supreme leader. And what's that done for him? Nothing. The people are more united than ever. Do you think that's going to cause a civil war, President Trump, Netanyahu? Do you think that's going to actually do anything? No, of course it isn't. So yeah, that's completely backfired. Their regime change. Fucking hell, guys, the vapes. No, I don't smoke cannabis either. We don't do any of that stuff. I know it's not too bad for you, but yeah, it's not a bit me. What next? So we had some more beautiful scenes from Tel Aviv. Footage shows the destruction in Beit Hativka, Tel Aviv, caused by an Iranian missile strike. So the damage, this was only a few hours ago now. The damage to Tel Aviv is still continuing, guys. Iran's not stopping.
ראיתי את זה בלייב, רצתי לפה. אין בית. זה רק כי נשאר.
Do you think it would take US boots on the ground to take Iran? Yeah, I do. And I don't know if Trump would do that, but I do think that's the only way they're going to get it. I mean, look at what happened with Hamas. I mean, when the Israelis thought that they'd easily take Gaza with all of the support that they was getting from around the world, all of the, you know, the jets, the everything, all of the military equipment, the funding, everything. They thought, oh, Hamas, you know, they're just a little faction in Gaza. This is going to be easy. We're going to, you know, wipe these out straight away. But no, there's a difference between, you know, the occupiers and the occupied. The occupiers are doing it for greed, and they just want to take over everything. You know, they're evil, satanic people. But for the Palestinians, you know, that's their land. That's where they grew up. And you got to think, if you're a Palestinian living in Palestine, you've probably had your whole family killed. You know, all your friends are dead. Your house where you grew up in has been destroyed. The school you went to as a kid has been destroyed. So do you think that they're just going to give up their land for Israel? Of course not. And that's why, you know, the genocide continued for so long, because, you know, the Palestinians could have just laid down their arms at any point, but no, they fight for their country. So same thing with Iran. I think Iran are fighting for the same reasons, and the difference between Iran and, like, you know, Hamas, for example, or Palestinian resistance factions, is that Iran has definitely got a lot more people behind them and a lot more firepower as well. So they thought, I don't know what Israel and America are thinking. They're out of their minds. They couldn't take on Hamas. Do you think you're going to be able to take on Iran? Crazy people. Crazy people. I do kind of agree that World War III isn't coming. It is already here as well. I kind of agree with that statement as well. So also, oh yeah, so there were some threats. We were talking about Jelani earlier. There were some threats here. Israeli media reported that Israel sends threat messages to Jelani, warning that he cannot exploit the war in Iran to attack Syria's Jews or bring Iraqi factions into his country. So think of that statement what you will. And the IRGC also released some new footage of the Qadr and Imad missiles hitting Israel and US bases in the region. So look at what Iran's on, guys. They're not dickheads. Look at these guys. Look what they can do. Maybe it's my... Apparently there's no sound on this bit. I was thinking it was my headphones then. Someone said that they think that the stream's being monitored because messages are disappearing. I know that Jazz hasn't removed anything. Just trying to check up, see if the no, I don't know. I haven't seen any messages disappear on my end. Maybe it's just what you're saying in the chat. You know, got to be careful about certain words you say in the chat. You know what YouTube's like. This is why you guys need to follow me on Kick and Rumble too. You can say whatever you want on those platforms. Shout out to you, Country Boy Forever, on Rumble. I don't know how long ago you wrote that message. Yeah, guys, go on my Rumble, Stairway to Freedom. You can follow me there. Look, I've only got 161 followers. I need some more followers over there, guys, in case the worst happens. And also go onto my Kick page, which is also Stairway to Freedom, but it's, I'll just put it up for you, it's easier for you to see it. I need you guys to follow me over there, just in case, you know. And also for, say for example, if we want to get into a deep topic, YouTube's not the place, you know. We'll have to switch over to there eventually. So kick.com/stairway to freedom as well, but it's spelled like this. I'll show you. Stairway, yeah. Stairway to Freedom. There, you see it there in the corner. Follow me there on Kick. I don't know what this is. Oh, what's going on, Kick? I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, we got ammo there. I can see your Kick messages in the big chat as well. It's only Rumble that I can't see. YouTube removes comments. Yeah, YouTube. That's what I mean. YouTube is like that. Yeah, I know, Stuart. That's what I've been saying for a while, you know. The only thing with Rumble that I've found, guys, is it's hard to grow over there, you know. I don't know. It's always struggled to grow followers on there, so that's why it's just easier for me to tell you guys to go there. But it is definitely. I don't ever think I'd be banned from there, you know. I feel like I could just say whatever I wanted. 73 people in the chat, though, guys. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everyone here. Thank you, man. Didn't expect to have this many people on a random stream like this. So yeah. Where was we? Iran war. Okay. Oh yes, yeah, so of course, you know, Israel and America are back to doing their normal terrorist activities. They killed every single student in this video. Not sure if you guys knew as well. Let me just try and pull up a bit of footage for you, or a bit of information that basically Israel and America, they bombed a school in Iran. And the death count it's well over 150, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure what it's been updated to, because when I first heard about it, I was actually out recording on Saturday. And when I first heard about it, it was like 25, it was like 24 or 25, and then by the time I got home, it was like 100. And then, you know, after that, it was, it's like 150 plus now, because of all the injuries, you know, people are dying afterwards. So, it's crazy, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm going to play you a clip from NBC News. I mean, obviously,
so you're telling me I can straighten my
from them, but hopefully we can just see some of the damage, you know, because I can already see in the description they labelled it Iranian state media reports the airstrike struck. How about we report all the BBC and the NBC News as Israeli state media, you know, Zionist state media. Yeah, let's get the video up for you. So this is the first day that it all kicked off on Saturday.
Tonight, new video released by Iranian state media shows the grim work in Manab has already...
Thank you, Munshin. I just want to say thank you for downloading it. Yeah, Rumble, Kick, whatever's easiest for you guys. Whatever's easiest for you. Just either of them platforms. Go download it. If you want to do it after the video, that's fine. Just for next time, you know, and also for future streams.
...begun digging tiny graves for some of the littlest victims of this 3-day-old war. Iranian officials say airstrikes hit an elementary school Saturday, killing more than 160 people, mostly children. This man showing the camera what looks like a notebook with children's drawings. This book is stained with the students' blood, he says. We can see school bags on the ground, a classroom destroyed. NBC News spoke with a mother on the phone.
Thank you, guys. I can see you in the comments. My Rumble username is Stairway to Freedom. I'm going to type it in the chat now. This is how you spell it on Rumble. And then this is how you spell it on Kick. There you go. Thank you, Elsa, for joining. Thank you. There you go. You can see the messages. Yeah, it's in the is it in the description, Danny? I didn't even realise. I did try and put it in there, but when I was trying to set up this stream, it was kind of glitching out.
Who said her son Sohel was killed in the attack just 2 days before his 8th birthday. By the time we arrived, she said, The entire school had collapsed on top of the children. The school is called Shajare Taibeh. According to Iran's education ministry, it had 264 students, both girls and boys. It's also right next to a former Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps base. You can see it in this satellite image from 2011 on the same compound. But the mother we spoke with and a local official tell NBC News the base hasn't been active for 15 years. As recently as December 2025, you can see what looks like a schoolyard here full of people. And tonight, Iran's foreign minister pointing the finger directly at America and Israel.
Tom, schools are protected spaces under international humanitarian law, and at this stage, no one has taken responsibility for this strike. In response to questions...
You think Israel's going to take responsibility for the strike, or America? Of course they're not. Come on, you dumb bitch. You know that they done it. You know that they done it. All of the schools in Gaza, they didn't take responsibility for any of them either. What are they going to say next? The only time they did take responsibility was when they tried saying there was a Hamas base underneath. What are they going to say about this one? Oh, there's an IRGC control center probably under this one. That's probably what they would say.
From NBC News, the Israeli military told us they were not aware of any operations in this area. A spokesperson for U.S. Central Command told NBC News, "We are aware of reports concerning civilian harm resulting from ongoing military operations. We take these reports seriously, and we're looking into them." Tom?
Of course you do. Of course you take them seriously. But yeah, that's just a little bit of backstory. You know, 168 dead in the last, that was 16 hours ago. There's probably more than that now. But yeah, basically, Israel and America killed a lot of people, as they always do. Not just a lot of people, a lot of children, little girls and little boys, probably under the age of 10. But yeah, these are some of the students that they killed. I'll show you the video. This is what I was talking about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to get copyright for this song, so I'm just going to mute it, but I'll just show you the video. So yeah, look, you can see that they're little girls that were murdered. I mean, do we expect anything worse from Israel at this point in America? Pff, I don't know. It's awful. Thank you. And yeah, I'll be honest, Callum, the only problem is with the ICC, like, what have they actually ever done? They've never done anything. All of the stuff that gets put in place for Israel and all that in the past, nothing happens. Yeah, so this was an all-girls school, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was an all-girls school. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. Because when I first heard the report, it was like 25 girls were killed. That's what they said, 25 little girls. So I'm guessing it actually is an all-girls school. Maybe it might not be. Maybe they're like just separated in the schools there, but yeah, either way, they was all children. Yeah, anyway, evil people, evil people. Western sources reported that Qatar conducted strikes inside Iran over the past 24 hours, so believe that if you will. Yeah, most people said it was false. I mean, it's just what Western news reports are saying, you know. Obviously, I don't believe that. But Qatar claimed that they did. Western media claimed that Qatar did anyway. Yeah, it's emotional. It's very emotional. And then look, Turkish opposition leader Özgür Özel said today, if 150 chicks died, like 150 baby chickens died, the Western world would declare mourning for them. Imagine the United States killed 100. Oh, it was 150 little girls. I thought it was. If the United States killed 150 little girls in Iran, no one would care at all, and the event would pass as if nothing happened. And he's hit it bang on there. He's hit it bang on. Shall I tell you why? What was the name of that monkey? That monkey I keep seeing all over my timeline. All over my timeline all week. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? That baby monkey in the zoo, hugging his teddy bear. There's non-stop talk about it. It's still going on my newsfeed today. Like to this day, I keep still seeing stuff about it. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? What was it called? Oh yeah, that Punch. That's it. The monkey Punch. So there's a monkey called Punch in a zoo somewhere. I don't remember where, but apparently, you know, everyone's feeling bad for this monkey because his parents left him and he was getting bullied by all the other monkeys. Blah blah blah. Obviously, it's sad. You know, I'm an animal person as well. It's obviously sad, but no one cared about when it was the Palestinian children getting killed. No one cared about that when they had no parents. And now the same thing happens in Iran. You know, 150 plus little girls have been murdered. No one cares. No one cares. That monkey gets more attention than Iran. That monkey gets more attention than the Palestinian children. It's crazy. It's crazy. But let's show you the video.
Kendi ülkesindeki senatonun bile kararı olmadan
So yeah, obviously it's in
gidip de
Turkish, so I
orada
can't translate it.
katliam
But
yapması ve dünya kadar sivilin ya
Yeah, he said it
150 tane
earlier.
civciv ölse yastır ya yastır. 150 civciv ölse üzülür bakarsın 150 kız çocuk ölmüş Amerika'nın bombardımanında. Kimsenin dönüp baktığı, bunu düşündüğü, bunu sorguladığı yok. Kendi ülkesindeki senatonun bile kararı.
yeah. I'm not going to show the monkey right now, Karma. Unfortunately, that's the whole point I was trying to say, is that everyone only cares about the monkey. I'm sure you can find it though on Twitter or something. It's psychologically harder to connect with a large number of fatalities than one. You might be right, but I suppose it depends who the fatalities are. If it was 20 of, I don't know, whoever Zionist or average people on Twitter like watching. Imagine if it was 20 of their favourite celebrities, yeah, and they've all been killed. It would be an absolute catastrophe, you know. Everyone would be, oh my god. But where it's just like Palestinian children, Iranian children, nah, people don't care. They don't care. Sorry, Karma. Next time, maybe later I'll put it on. Anyway, but yeah, so some beautiful scenes from Israel last night after some Iranian strikes.
הלך הבניין.
Thank you, Jazz. Always appreciate you.
בוא'נה, יש אנשים לכודים. וואו.
Sorry, when I say normal people, I meant like, you know, like just the average person that's not really tuned in like we are. We're all awake, we all know what's going on. Everyone in this chat I like to believe is, you know, aware of what's going on in the world, but there's a lot of people that just go around their days and they don't know what's going on. So maybe I shouldn't have said normal people, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, anyway, look at Israel. It's looking a bit like Gaza. They're getting a bit of payback, you know. Operation True Promise 4 has begun. And Netanyahu said North Korea has nukes, but does not say death to America and Iran. So basically Iran is 50 North Koreas. What? What's this guy talking about?
I mean, look, nobody stopped North Korea, so they now have ballistic missiles and nuclear warheads. But they don't say death to America. Iran is 50 North Koreas. Iran is committed to your destruction. I mean, look,
What is this guy talking about, man? This guy's talking absolute nonsense. Oh my god, Iran is 50 North Koreas. Oh my god, we're the victim. Shut up, man. Thank you, Credo. Also, guys, if you're watching, if you're still listening, I'm looking for people to clip up these videos. So, I did do a little segment about it in my last video. If you want to clip up these streams, if you want to clip up my old videos, whatever you want to clip, make some Twitter pages, some Instagram, TikToks, the lot, and clip up these videos. You can post it on your own account, you can post it under like a save your clip page, whatever. I'm trying to grow the channel, I'm trying to spread the word around to more people, and the best way for me to do that is to have clips going around everywhere. That's how it works nowadays, you know. Everyone's got short attention spans, people like to just see short clips. So yeah, clip up any of these streams, clip up any of my previous videos, and in 2 weeks from yesterday, which was, what date was yesterday? Was it no, not yesterday. So, oh yeah, it was. So 2 weeks from yesterday, the 2nd. So whoever gets the most views on their video by the 16th of March 2026, email them to me at s2funcensored@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat now as well. Email me your clips, and whoever's got the most views within them 2 weeks, I'll transfer you £50 to say thank you for helping me out. And of course, you know, if you get enough views on like TikTok and Twitter and all that stuff, then you can actually get paid from them guys as well. So I'm a clipper, mate. I'm not. I think you meant to say I'm not a clipper, mate. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You don't have to be a good editor. Like, you don't have to be a good editor. You can literally just record this now, screen record it on your phone, crop out the little start and stopping bits, and then post it. You know what I mean? You can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about your editing, honestly. It's about spreading the word. So yeah, I appreciate you, and I'll keep doing it as well every couple of weeks. Thank you, baby Lon Muscle as well. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some of the comments. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, you are a clipper. Thank you. Opinion. Yeah. So I appreciate that, man. If you want to do that, yeah, just if you've already got a page, that's great. If you ain't got a page, then make it. Whatever's best for you, man. You probably know more than me, seeing as you're used to clipping. I liked how Netanyahu denied killing Charlie Kirk before US media had reported it. I know. It's funny, isn't it? That I mean, what's your guys' thoughts on Charlie Kirk? I mean, he was definitely a big supporter of Israel at first. He was a big supporter of Israel for most of his career. But towards the end, you know, the last few months before he got killed, it seemed like he started to wake up a little bit. And he started to wake up. He started to question, am I actually fighting for the good people? Is Israel the, you know, people that are actually the... Am I fighting for the right people, basically, is what he started to seem to think. And he started putting questions out there. And what happened to Charlie Kirk? Unfortunately, he's assassinated, just like anyone else that, you know... The thing is with Charlie Kirk, I think that... I'm not in America, but I knew that he had a very big account, you know. He was probably one of the biggest political streamers in America. And yeah, he had a big influence over a lot of people. And then, you know, Israel liked him at one point because he was benefiting them. But then when he started to go against them, you know, how many people is he going to wake up to what Israel was doing? So they had to silence him, unfortunately. Crazy, crazy world, but we've seen it happen many times, you know. Anyone that opposes Israel or America, what happens? They get put in jail. They get you know, fake crimes made up against them, or they get straight up assassinated. Sad times. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Charlie Kirk, of course. I did hear him say some pretty disgusting things about, you know, Palestinians and things like that, but he didn't deserve to go out like that. Especially he was starting to, you know, wake up to what was going on, it seems. So maybe gave him some more time. He might have took all of that stuff he said back and changed, but I suppose we'll never know. But either way, you know, I don't believe in political violence, you know. Like, he wasn't out there personally killing anyone or funding anything or anything like that, so... thank you, Turkish. You'd like to see him actually debate someone, not kids, yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, Erica Kirk was working for the CIA at 19. Yeah, Erica Kirk, I mean, what do you guys think about Erica Kirk's reaction to his death as well? I mean, I'm not... at first, you know, like the first week or so after, and people saying, oh, look how she's mourning. Like, she came out to the funeral on looked like a WWE performance, you know, fireworks going off the lot. And everyone was like, oh, you know, that's not how... Like, she doesn't look sad, but, you know, they always say, oh, some people mourn differently. And at first I kind of gave her the benefit of the doubt, but then the more and more I start to see, now I've realised, like, oh my god, this bitch is actually crazy. She seemed like she's profited and benefited off of Charlie Kirk's death. She did, because a week after, or a couple of weeks after, she was on a call, wasn't she, saying that, oh, the merchandise, we've made so much money from the merchandise since Charlie Kirk died. Crazy, man, it's crazy. I feel like she's definitely happy that he's dead now. Like, there's no two ways about it. It won't be long until we'll probably see her, you know, with a new husband, a new Zionist husband, with all of Charlie Kirk's money, unfortunately. I know Candace Owens is doing some great work on that. I'm going to have to watch some of that properly. Maybe we'll watch a little bit of that in a minute, actually. I don't know, have you guys seen any of it? I don't want to get copyrighted for it. I'm not sure. Is there any good clips? I just want to see if there's any good bits going on about that. Because that is something that I did miss. I saw her advertising. She's got like a documentary series going on, and I did want to watch it, but then all this stuff started happening and I was out doing my own videos and things, so it kind of slipped my mind. But thank you for reminding me about that whole thing. Candice, yeah, I know she's been doing some good work. Oh yeah, that was it, Bride of Charlie. Oh, so these are like 4 episodes, like hour long. I definitely have to watch that. I do want to watch this little short though. There's a short clip, so we'll watch that another time, an hour long, and I want to double check if I get copyrighted for watching it on stream.
What have we learned when it comes to wars, and especially wars in the Middle East? What you draw up on a whiteboard rarely happens. What you think theoretically is going to occur, there might be unintended and unforeseen consequences, especially when you're talking about a country 2.5 times the size of Texas. It has 90 million people and was an ancient and great power with well over a dozen ethnic groups. Who's going to run the country exactly, Lindsey Graham? This sounds like Hillary Rodham Clinton in Libya. So I'm pointing to the first extreme right now, the neoconservative extreme. We must go take off the head of the snake right now. And Donald Trump is doing a phenomenal job of resisting these calls for regime change. Yeah, the Ayatollah is awful. But maybe he's one of the few guys that can keep that country together and not have a 90 million person civil war. I honestly don't think the neoconservative extreme needs to be represented philosophically anymore. It's uninteresting to me. They've done a mess of Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, the entire Middle East, Ukraine. We know what the neoconservatives believe.
Despite us being able to clearly hear what Charlie felt about Iran, about the idea of regime change in Iran, his best friends, the amazing McCoy and, of course, wargaming Blake Neff, actually got into his studio and shared this.
He also always did have trust with the president, and he would look for the bright side of things. And he was an American patriot, so he would pray for our success once that began. In private, he would be not happy with the situation, and he would express his thoughts. You would oftentimes see him talk about it on the show, but then as soon as this would happen, he would have trust in the president. He would try to calm people down, and so it's really irritating for me to see so many people on social media have the opposite reaction, to use his voice to actually cause chaos, to actually cause fear of the situation, to actually cause hatred of President Trump in this whole ordeal, when actually that's not what he would want.
It really is just amazing to watch it. It's just shameless, like I said. After Operation Midnight Hammer, which was Trump agreeing on a limited strike on Iran's nuclear sites, we told you the truth back then. They wanted a full-scale war. That's what Bibi wanted. That's what the Zionists around Trump wanted. And the one person who stood between America's involvement with a full-scale war in Iran was Charlie Kirk. If Charlie Kirk was at the White House and he convinced Trump that it was a terrible idea that would crater his support and ruin his legacy. Bibi and his minions, they were angry about that. It is my personal belief that that is the very reason that they colluded to have that obstacle eventually removed just months later.
What have we learned when it...
Yeah, so crazy. I mean, Charlie Kirk, like we say, he wasn't, the best advocate, but because he did say a lot of things that are wrong, but it did seem that with some things he knew what was best for the world, at least. Zionist or not, he clearly didn't want a war with Iran. And that's part of the reason why he's probably assassinated, unfortunately. Crazy world we live in. Crazy. So yeah, Israel were back to their old tactics as well. For those of you that probably followed, for those of you that followed the Gaza genocide closely, you would have remembered that every time journalists would try to get into Gaza or even in the West Bank, they would be either killed, arrested, all that sort of thing. And then a CNN Turk reporting team was detained live on air in Tel Aviv, close to Israel's Kiryat military headquarters, and Israeli security forces intervened, seized their equipment and brought the journalists in for questioning. Just like what we saw in Gaza and the West Bank. Funny that.
Kameraman arkadaşım Ali Kahraman bana bu bilgiyi hemen hazırladı baktığımızda. Şimdi burada çok sayıda... Okay. Okay. Şu anda Savunma Bakanlığı telefonumuzu alıyor. Evet, şu anda indiriyoruz. Evet, okey. GPO kartı. Stop. Okay. Evet.
Yeah, I know it's in a different language, but you guys can see what happened there. Rewind that. They're getting talked to, getting spoken to
GPO kartı.
by the Zionists, and they're told to turn off the cameras, and they're getting detained.
Evet.
You think Trump's footage will be released of him doing all this dodginess? I don't know.
İsrail'de CNN Türk...
I don't know. Some beautiful scenes from Tel Aviv right now, this morning, 6 hours ago. So, yeah, some quite bad destruction. Some quite bad destruction there. It's not the worst, could be better. But, you know, at least someone's fighting back against these Zionist terrorists. Some stuff about Russia and Iran, what their thoughts are. Russia's Medvedev said that World War III is not underway yet, but it could begin at any moment if Trump continues his course. And yeah, I mean, he makes a good point, you know. Maybe this isn't World War III right now, although there is a lot of countries involved, but it might not be World War III right now, but carry on this way, Trump, and we're definitely going to end up there. We're definitely going to end up there. Thanks, Jazz. You think I've got knowledge? I don't actually feel like I've got knowledge. I always think to myself that I'm not that educated, you know. I mean, I know that the basics, but if you've got like, I don't know, like someone like Loki on here, for example, like, you know, I'd learn a lot from him. When I had Ryan Dawson on here as well, he's very knowledgeable on all this sort of thing. So yeah, but I know the basics, I guess. I know little bits and bobs. Mainly just from following the news for the last few years, you just learn it naturally, you know. But you know, when it goes into like great detail, now I'm not really actually that educated on it, or I don't think I am anyway. Maybe I just underestimate myself. And Zelensky stated that the military could go to help Arab countries if their leaders reach a ceasefire agreement with Russia. This guy's always making it about himself, isn't he? There's a war going on with Israel, Iran, and America, and he wants to send, you know, the last, you know, say for example, if Russia called for a ceasefire today and they, you know, allowed Ukraine to keep the land that they've still got, and instead of Zelensky saying, you know what, you guys, you've been in a war now for 4 years, over 4 years, you know, why don't you go relax? Why don't you go see your families? No, send more military, send the last soldiers to fight like Iran, like crazy. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, he always has to bring it back to, oh, please guys, please help me get a ceasefire with Russia. No, Zelensky. You know, it's just, it's crazy, that war, you know. That's something for another day, I think, but... So yeah, Russia's foreign minister Lavrov's remarks regarding Iran's nuclear aspirations. He said, if this logic is now promoted... I'm just going to play the video. Oh, another super chat. Thank you, Chip Walter. Thank you guys. I really did not expect... First of all, I did not expect this many people tuned in, and second of all, I did not expect all of these super chats. Oh, you said thank you for your clips, which I love to watch. I'm glad you are now live streaming. I appreciate that, man, so much. I appreciate that. You know, the other people, did they super chat as well, or did they just send messages? Oh, I hope I didn't miss them. I need to get the screen up here. Wait. I don't want to miss out your guys' messages earlier and you sent money to me to read them out. Sorry. Okay, so what have I done to the screen? Refusing to take away earlier said, keep up the great work, free Palestine. Yeah, free Palestine. And obviously Hoz said, keep up the good work. Sorry, I missed your chat earlier, refusing to look away. Hopefully you're still here. But yeah, thank you for all the super chat, guys. I appreciate it so much. You don't honestly realise how much it actually helps me and how much it actually means to me. Hello? Can you hear me? What the hell happened there? What the hell happened there? Sorry about that, guys. How long was I talking away to myself for? Jesus. Did you hear me, oh. Did you hear me read out any of the super chats? Or was I just talking to myself? Still no audio? Was there still no audio? Oh, you can hear me now. Great. Did you hear me read the super chats, guys? Damn it, man. Did you hear me read the super chat? I don't know if you're saying yes for the audio. I think there's a little bit of a delay as well. Only about a minute we was off. You didn't hear me read the super chats. You did hear the super chats. I'm getting so confused, guys. Sorry. Yeah. In case we didn't, it's just easy for me to read them out really now. I don't know. It might not be me. I might have got kidnapped in that little bit. Got cloned. So yeah. Thank you for your clips. I love to watch. Chip Walter said, I'm glad you're now live streaming. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Free Palestine. Thank you, everyone. I agree with Free Palestine, and I appreciate the super chats. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So what I was saying was, Russia's Foreign Minister Lavrov made remarks regarding Iran's nuclear super chat. Look, you're making me say super chat now. Regarding Iran's nuclear aspirations. Sorry, I shouldn't have been reading that at the same time. Let's get the captions up. So, let's turn this down. Lavrov said, if this logic is now promoted, then I guarantee you that forces will emerge in Iran. Influential movements will emerge to... I need to turn the speed up on this one. Influential forces will emerge to do exactly what the United States wants to avoid. To acquire a nuclear bomb. Because the US does not attack those who have nuclear bombs. Funny. And there are people there who cite the example of Muhammad Gaddafi. He voluntarily abandoned the development program, which means nuclear weapons. And some of our interlocutors in the countries of the global south remind us of this. You see, Gaddafi refused, and what did they do to him? What did they do to him? W Lavrov in the chat. He's hit it spot on there. I look different now. Yeah, I know, man. They got me, guys. They got me. And Russian Sergei Lavrov also stated, it's pretty easy for me to just read this out. Oh wait, I'll read this bit and then we'll read that. So Lavrov said that the war that they have now unleashed against Iran can firstly stimulate movement in favour of creating nuclear weapons, and not only in Iran. He stated that such a movement will immediately appear in the countries, Arab countries, that neighbour the Islamic Republic of Iran. He added that therefore, paradoxically, an announced noble... Sorry, these are proper tongue twisters, these words. He stated that such a movement will... He announced a noble goal to start a war so that there is no proliferation of nuclear weapons that can stimulate completely opposite trends. That was a hard one to read. Yeah, so let's read out what he had to say here. Let's put the speed up. This action that the war has now been unleashed against Iran, it firstly can stimulate the movement in favour of creating nuclear weapons, and not only in Iran. Such a movement will immediately appear in the countries, the Arab countries that neighbour the Islamic Republic of Iran. Therefore, paradoxically, read out, but yeah, seemingly paradoxically declared noble goal of starting a war to prevent the proliferation of nuclear weapons can stimulate completely opposite tendencies. And in Europe, everything is unfolding in an interesting way. Macron has come forward with another initiative regarding a nuclear deterrence program. He suggests, well, he stated that France is significantly increasing its nuclear forces. He won't provide any statistics to maintain uncertainty. So yeah, some interesting developments. Yeah, well said by the Russian Foreign Minister. Z in the chat. Yeah, WZ. What's been going on? Yeah. And finally, some imagery from Saudi Arabia. So, high-resolution satellite images revealed extensive damage at Saudi Arabia's Ras Tanura oil factory following Iranian airstrikes. Oh, I can hear my phone vibrating and I don't know where I put it. Lost it in the midst of that audio malfunction. No clue. I have to look for it in a minute. So yeah, here's some of the image from the satellites. Yeah, I personally think that a lot of people said Israel did it, and yeah, we've basically proved that Israel did it earlier because they was doing it to the UAE as well. Yeah. Some images anyway from the destruction that have been caused probably by Israel. Probably by Israel. Because Iran actually did come out and deny that as well. This was the drone strike, so this was the one on the US Embassy in Saudi. Yeah, just some imagery there. What else is going on X today though? Let's have a look. This is just the we're back Tel Aviv. This is just a quick see what's going on. I mean, what is all this nonsense that comes out on Twitter? I hope that none of this nonsense gets me banned. A lot of this stuff's coming up in a different language as well. So yeah, a lot of nonsense. Yeah, there was an AI video getting shared about earlier. I mean, clearly AI. Look at this one. This is blatantly AI. I mean, it would be good if it was real, but it was blatantly AI. Come on, guys, we're going to share this one. Shout out to you, Unknown Gambler, for joining me on Kick, and thank you, Jazz. That means a lot. You know, it's my first stream in a while, so I'm glad I'm entertaining the people. Oh, what's this? A follower on? Where's that follower on? I don't know where you followed me on, but thank you, brother. Wherever you. Oh, Unknown Gambler on Kick, of course. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the follow on Kick. Yeah, this is clearly AI. Look at this.
I can't believe this.
And come on, like every single house has pretty much got the same stuff on the building in the exact same place. I mean, look, blatantly AI. I know Elon Musk done a tweet earlier saying that whoever's sharing AI videos is going to be demonetized on Twitter, so maybe that will help to clear it up. It's the video we just watched. So yeah. What else has been going on, guys? You got any recommendations for us to quickly watch? Could watch some of the Candice thing. About Iran. Is there any live from Iran? I didn't even answer your question. Sorry. I'm not that I'm aware of. Let's check the Rumble chat. Connie789 in Rumble. Thank you for joining on a Rumble. We've got a couple of you on Rumble. I need to find a way to put this chat as well onto my home screen. I need to find my phone. I had it vibrating. Give me some recommendations in the chat. Watch Scott Ritter on George Galloway's show. Was it any good? Was it any good, Abs? Have you watched it? 1 second, guys. No idea what I've done with my phone. I have no idea. Trump made a recent speech about the bombs and it's very disturbing. Try and find it. Let me have a look. No clue where my phone's from. Strange. I always lose everything. Let me have a look for this speech quickly. Is it today, Jazz? Is it recent? I don't know. Rather, my name is. I'm sorry, I just explained this. My name's not James. My name's Jay. Or you, Josh. You can call me Jay. I've never said my name's James. I don't know why everyone keeps calling me James. Savior. You call me Savior. What's it called? Donald Trump's speech. When was the last speech? I don't know. I might have missed this one. I can't see it. There was a bilateral meeting with Trump and Merz a couple of hours ago. I don't know. Let's quickly look at George Galloway's thing. J. James. Do I like Jackson Hinkle? Yeah, I do. Jackson Hinkle's great. Everyone's called me James, man. What the fuck? Is it called George Galloway and Scott Ritter? Was it? Interview with regime change. Yeah, let's watch some of this. Oh wait, you guys can't even see the screen. I keep doing this. Josh James. What the fuck? Jazz, why are you joining them? You're meant to be the moderator. You're meant to be on my team. What's going on? Why are you joining the James chant? My name's not James, man. What the fuck, guys? Come on. Yeah, let's watch some of this. I'm gonna click play, yeah, and I'm gonna look for my phone for 1 second.
Ritter joins me now. Scott, thanks for doing this. I know you're in very great demand, so I'll just ask the obvious question. It looks to me like the war isn't going well for the invaders. How does it look to you?
Well, being able to look at this conflict now as it's entering.
Sorry, guys, I'm gonna be that guy. Sorry to be that guy, guys, but I don't want to miss it. I want to rewind it. Sorry.
So I'll just ask the obvious question. It looks to me like the war isn't going well for the invaders. How does it look to you?
Well, being able to look at this conflict now as it's entering, it's soon to enter its third day, I can make the following assessment. This is a regime change conflict that the United States and Israel lost when they fired the first 6 missiles into Tehran, striking the residence of Ali Khamenei and killing the supreme leader of Iran, the second most important man in the Shia faith in the entire world after Grand Ayatollah Sistani in Najaf, Iraq. Donald Trump, when he announced this operation to the American people, said that...
Come on, guys, I've stopped the vaping. I haven't been vaping since you said. Come on, man. Stop the vaping for now anyway.
Basically, our pummeling of Iran was designed to terminate the regime, decapitate the regime, suppress the regime, and create the opportunity for the Iranian people to rise up and take matters into their own hands. Today, the Iranian people are rising up and taking matters into their own hands. The streets are filled, not with crowds shouting death to Khamenei, but crowds extolling the newest martyr, a man who gave his life in the service of his country, in service of his faith. We have lost this war, the we being the United States. We being the United States and its controlling masters in Tel Aviv, Israel. The war is lost. The regime will not be toppled. The regime will not be changed. And the Iranians will resist long after the United States and Israel have depleted and spent their forces, run out of ammunition, and will be compelled to sue for peace.
So is Donald Trump a fool or a knave?
I prefer to use the term developed by the American punk rock group Green Day. He's an idiot. He's an American idiot.
Oh, shout out EWEB Tex. I know I saw you in the chat earlier. I've just seen that you messaged me on Instagram. I'm going to have a read over this properly in a second. I just saw it pop up on my Instagram. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
One of the dumbest people that have walked the face of the earth. A man who makes no effort to learn anything about what he's about to do. A man whose intellect is as shallow as, the dust on my desktop. He is a man who postures as an American patriot, but he's an Israeli stooge. This is a man who has been briefed by his intelligence services that there is no nuclear weapons program in Iran. This is a man who is briefed by his generals and admirals that we lack the ability to finish the mission he wants us to accomplish. And this is a man who listened to Benjamin Netanyahu and launched this war of aggression, this illegal war of aggression that has as an enhancement, if we ever bring him to trial, the fact that it was done under perfidy, meaning once again the United States lied to Iran and the world, leading people to believe that there was a potential of a negotiated settlement, one where Iran actually has negotiated a deal which, had it been manifested, would have been the deal Donald Trump claimed he was looking for, the best deal in the world, a deal that removed sunset clauses, removed any possibility of Iran ever expanding its program, a deal that forever ended any speculation about Iran's intent regarding nuclear weapons. This was the deal of a lifetime, but Donald Trump wasn't interested in a deal. He and Benjamin Netanyahu had already picked the timing of this attack prior to the negotiations even beginning. Perfidy. That is what Donald Trump has committed, in addition to carrying out this war of choice.
Also, guys, yeah, just a quick one. What moderators are in the chat right now? I know, is Jazz still here? Yeah, Jazz. I don't think Bedouinka's here. Is it just Jazz? Is the only moderator in this chat? I need you guys to email me, man. I've got some big plans coming up. I don't know if, or message me on social media or email or whatever. There's some big things coming up for the channel I need you guys to be a part of. So, yeah, I don't know if you were a Bedouinka. I thought I saw you earlier.
This illegal war of aggression.
But yeah, what do you guys think of Scott Ritter, though? Do you think he's speaking facts? I think Scott Ritter's quite a knowledgeable guy. I know George. I love George's work, man. He's George is one of the only real Brits we have left, you know. So yeah, thank you for who recommended me to watch this video.
That will forever cement him, and tragically, and I say that with anger in my voice, my country as a nation that will go down in the pages of history alongside Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan as criminal nations that have carried out horrific wars of aggression.
You and I would be expected to oppose this war, but it doesn't seem to have many friends outside of the viewpoint.
What's that? Subscriber. Thank you, brother. Mohammed Zaman. Oh, it says YouTube subscriber. Thank you, man.
Or people like you and I. I mean, even the Financial Times has denounced it. And trust me, that's going some. The British government didn't allow the US to use their bases. They were forced to say, slightly mitigated now by Keir Starmer.
Yeah, 100%. George Galloway is the OG. I love George, man. He's a great guy. It's so sad, you know, that it's the amount of idiots we have in our country, and you've got George Galloway, like the last hope, especially in his generation. You know, you've got all these stupid politicians. George Galloway is the only person I listen to in the UK, pretty much. I'm not even lying to you either. He's one of the only people that I actually listen to. Jazz, yeah, you can do like anything. Like you can message me. Easiest way probably on X or Instagram. To be honest, what's the other one? TikTok. Yeah, I don't know. All of them. To be fair, you can message me on any of them. Yeah, we need to spread some news and that. So yeah, please do that and message me. Why is it the young that frequently make the wrong decisions? I mean, I don't know. It's debatable, man. It's debatable. It's the old people as well, the older people as well, I think. And yeah, George, yeah, love him. Let's just play this video again.
Armour telling us that our aircraft were in the air. Turns out it was a singular aircraft, and it was in defense of Qatar, and it returned safely to base. So we're just bit players, but we are bit players that refuse to endorse this illegal act. I'm struggling to find any but the most...
Yeah, sorry, Jazz and Abs, you're right. Jeremy Corbyn is very, very decent as well, I guess.
Base serfs of US power, like the Japanese Prime Minister, for example, who believe this was a good idea. Even the people that are backing it can't imagine it was a good idea.
Soon the chickens shall come home to roost, as we say. You know, right now the Strait of Hormuz is shut. When we finish with this program, I'm taking my car to the gas pump, and I'm going to enjoy the last gas pumped at $3.28 a gallon that I will see for some time now. Starting tomorrow, we're going to see...
That's the crazy thing, though, about the Strait of Hormuz. You know, like, it's affecting everybody. It's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect everybody, and Trump thought it would be a good idea to start a war with Iran. It's not just going to affect America as well, it's going to affect us in the UK. It's going to affect the whole world. If you're not on the side of Iran, you are finished. You are finished. You're going to be paying expensive prices now. It's a deal that we signed for siding with these Zionist terrorists.
The price of gasoline go through the roof, and it will continue to rise as this conflict drags on. Donald Trump, after telling the world how this was going to be a conflict that America was going to sustain for, weeks if necessary, is already talking about negotiations to bring this to it. In typical Trump fashion, he lies, saying that the Iranians have reached out to him. Ali Lajarni is not going to reach out to Donald Trump. Donald Trump attempted to reach out to the Iranians through an Italian proxy and was told to pound sand. Iran is in this for the duration. This is an existential struggle of survival for the Islamic Republic, for the people of Iran. They will not allow this conflict to end in any way that allows Israel and the United States to maintain forces sufficient to re-attack Iran down the road. They are seeking the strategic defeat of Israel, the strategic defeat of the United States. You see this with the posture that they have made with the Gulf Arab nations, who have been pounded mercilessly and will continue to be pounded as long as they provide safe haven for the cancer that has infected the Middle East, and that cancer is the presence of the United States. Iran is now the chief oncologist, and they are laying out some very, very harsh chemotherapy to destroy the American cancer. And we're starting to see nations respond. The United Arab Emirates, in response to the Iranian attacks, has called for the removal of forces from the region that are destabilizing. Now, you can't remove Iran because it is the region. So they're talking about now the United States leaving the Middle East. And when this war is done, the United States will have no choice but to leave the Middle East with our tail tucked firmly between our dog legs.
No, I was on it.
Greatly put, greatly put. Good. I would watch more of it, but I've got to wrap up in a minute, so I don't want to play the rest of it right now. But what Scott is saying, man, it's facts. I mean, couldn't have said it better than myself. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna do one last call to action. Yeah, follow me on Rumble. Follow me on Rumble. It's at Stairway to Freedom. Yeah, you see it there. I don't know what I done there, but Stairway to Freedom. Yeah, look, Stairway to Freedom was spelled like that. Follow me on Rumble as well, please. Kick. How do I get kick up again? Why are you saying no, Jazz? Why did you say that? You don't want the stream to end. We can keep it rolling for a little bit longer. I've got some videos I need to post tonight, some shorts, so I can't keep it that much longer. But I need you, Jazz, to make a social media or something, man, and or just email me or something, because I need you mods to do something for me. Thank you, London Lady. Yeah, I saw you actually. I saw your comment earlier, London Lady. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna be doing streams most days. I'm gonna try and do one tomorrow as well. That is the goal, and probably when's the next? Yeah, I'll try to do them every day as much as I can. Apart from weekends like Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna be out recording and editing them days. So, but maybe would you guys like to see me? Let me put a big screen on. Would you guys like to see me do a live video of the street documentaries we do? I can try to do a live one if you want, where we just go out and just keep the camera rolling. I'll still make the normal edited one as well, but I was talking to my cameraman about this, that we're going to try and get 2 cameras on the go so we can do a live one maybe, just so you can see like the travel there and like all the other stuff that has to go on throughout the day. Yeah, I feel like it might be a good idea. A little RL stream. And yeah, Kick as well, guys. Follow me on Kick. Any questions you guys want to ask for the last 5 minutes? Let me know. Any last 5 minutes? Any last questions? Sorry. There was one thing I wanted to show you, but I can't find it. Let me just double check. Oh, you'd like to see that, yeah? You'd like to see the live ones. It would be good, wouldn't it? And then I can have you guys in the chat asking me like what I should say in it, you know, if you have any questions you want me to ask them while I'm there. It'll be funny. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do it this Saturday. I think this Saturday I've got a long drive as well on Saturday, so I think I've got like a 3-hour drive on Saturday for the video. I won't tell you what video it is yet. You have to wait and see. But maybe we can record the maybe we can record the whole day, the stream the whole day. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. Someone said I want to be interviewed by you. Well, it depends what areas you guys from. You know, I'm from Essex, so I don't usually travel too far. This weekend I am travelling quite a way though, just because I've got a special video in mind, so one that I think will do good. I think you guys will like it. Just wanted to show you something as well. Yeah, we ask everyone. No one. Someone said go to Peckham Royal High Street and ask everyone walking past what they think of the war of Iran. Yeah, and Gabriel, when I said it's Iran versus the world, I mean like Iran, like obviously the people of the world, we stand with Iran, but I'm saying that Iran, like, they have all like you know, the Zionist countries that are against them. That's what the reason this video was called that was for. Just wanted to show you something, guys. So look, I've got a weird theory here. Wait, let me get on my analytics. I want to show you so you can see how I see it. And get my YouTube studio up. So if I click on this, I'm just trying to show you something for what I noticed. I must be the only person with education from Essex, so it feels like that way sometimes. It really does. I don't know how I get it up on this. I'm just trying to show you the way that... Alright, so when I see it on my phone, yeah, I'm just going to get up on my phone, I think. I don't have a clue basically how to show you guys on this, so let me just show you on my phone. I'm going to have to put it to the screen. So, when I get this video up, the one from yesterday... Oh, why is my phone going to fly on? So that you can see the rankings of my videos now. Can you see? Can you see that, yeah? So look, the top videos, I spoke to Jews about Epstein, I asked Indians why they love Israel, I asked Indians why they fully support Israel, and I went to the most racist and poorest city. Them videos, within this time frame, 24 hours, just under 24 hours, they had 25k views, 20k views, 15k views, and 14k views, yeah? And then when I do like an investigative documentary like yesterday, the war between Iran and Israel, in 24 hours it's only got 3.6k views. And all of the other videos, like going to the Palestine protests, investigating what's wrong with Britain, all that type of thing, they also are at the bottom of the table. They get no views for some reason. So it's a weird thing. I'm not sure if it's the YouTube algorithm that doesn't promote educational videos like the Iran and Israel stuff, but I don't know. Only videos that seem to get views for me is like controversial topics. It's quite only controversial stuff that seems to get views. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Did you guys like the India videos, by the way? I've been told by a lot of people they like them ones. Yeah, the best way that you guys can help me get through the shadow bans is just to always be active commenting on the videos. I'm not sure about what that hype thing does, if that helps, but some people say it does. Yeah, I suppose that's it really. Suppose that is it. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to end it here. I don't want to drag it on for too long, and you know, it's been a good stream. We'll keep them like this, keep them interested, and then tomorrow hopefully we'll do another stream. Thank you, Jazz, for liking all the videos. They are probably shadow banning me. They're honest topics, not controversial. Yeah, I want to do another Jew video as well, but did you see what they done to Tyler Oliveira? They shut down all his Patreon and everything like that, and they're doing the most. Oh, and he's an honest journalist as well. Like, he doesn't push any narratives and that. But yeah, guys. Anyway. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be posting clips of this throughout the week as well. Clips of this stream, clips of other streams. I need you guys to help me clip videos. If you want to help me clip stuff up, send an email to s2funcensored@gmail.com, or you can either just reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, or anything like that. Just say, look, this is my clip page I made. Oh yeah, let me go over it again for those that don't know. In 2 weeks' time, whoever's got the most views on a video on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, of one of my streams or one of my videos, whatever it is, whoever gets the most views, I'm going to send you £50. You can send the proof to either my DMs on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or you can just email it to me at s2funcensored@gmail.com. Please, guys, go to the Rumble after and the Kick and give me a follow. over them places, because you never know, we might get banned one day. Hopefully we don't, but you never know. Got to, you know, stay prepared, you know. I want to have a big following everywhere, so if I did lose my YouTube, it wouldn't matter, because you guys would all be over there and you still know where to find me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all for tuning in, and hopefully I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Peace out.
Today, we are super fucking happy about it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to like and empty the space. Let's bring some more people in here to enjoy the celebration. Yes, the farewell party to the Savior.
Say goodbye, a farewell for this motherfucker that put the fucking video of the fucking hostage. So this is a fucking farewell for me, okay?
Because he shouldn't exist from the get-go. He should have been executed by the Mossad long time ago, and I've been asking for this for a long time. And I was talking to my commander, I'm telling him this needs to go.
I think that you need to gather all the Zions, eliminate them.
He deserves to be genocided like all the other Nazis, and he's a convicted fucking criminal. And they pissed the hell out of me. This fucking Hamas and giving them a voice after October 7, and us Jews and Israelis can live peacefully. I hate him.
Great.
I hate him.